Welcome back, everyone, to Nadasfan's Madden Ultimate Team series. This is episode 5. We are buying another platinum pack here because that is all the coins I had at that point. Just about 13,000 coins, so a 12,000 coin pack made sense. And here, I believe, was my very first fantasy card that I had pulled from packs, that being Antoine Kaysen from the Chargers. So at this point, he will fit in just beautifully with my defense. So he's pretty much the best thing I've got going back there. So first fantasy card in the collection, there it is, Antoine Kaysen. So in Ultimate Team, every time you buy a pack, that usually means cleaning house in your card deck because you can only carry 100 cards at a time, with 55 of those being player cards. So saying goodbye to one of my original QBs here, Curtis Painter. Keith Null will also get the axe here as we have Castle, McNown, and Brady Quinn there. And there you see right now Johnny Knox, my best receiver. Steve Johnson, I laugh at this looking back, thinking that he was a 59 coming back into this season. But anyway, there's the receiving core. Just going through, trimming down the roster to get that card and player count down to size, so that we're allowed to continue on playing. So that is one of the challenges with Ultimate Team, is keeping your, it'd be great if you could keep 500 cards around, especially when you'd like to keep them for later for trades and all those good things. But it is what it is. You got to keep your team within the boundaries. So something that is going to become a big part of the series that I had just discovered right at this point here, basically, was how the card collections work. And I had really not paid attention to them much, if at all, at this point, and this was the start of what really got me hooked on this, on playing this series, is the card collections. And I started modestly with the coaches, with the stadiums, as you see here, some of the smaller collections, and realizing that through my packs and through the auction house, I could get these collections done and get some serious coin to put towards my team. So here I continue to add stadiums to the stadium card collections here, hoping to finish them off and get not only 25,000 coins, but a rare card that comes with. And that is the case with all the collection sets. Here you see I'm doing the same thing with coaches. And yes, that is the newly unemployed Josh McDaniels of the Broncos going into the set. There are now at least 3 of those coaches that are gone, including my least favorite Brad Childress. Nice to see him gone. Anyway, doing the uniform collections as well here, as you see a Jaguars home uniform going into its collection. So working on these minor sets, all the ones that pay off 25,000 coin in the end. Here you see the lineup bumps up to a 74 at skill now with the addition of Kaysen into the lineup. That's a cornerback there. So getting set up, and here's another thing I discovered, the auction house, of course. First off, using it to get the cards I needed for these minor collections. In this case here, the stadium collections going after Edward Jones Dome and others, discovering that I can get them for cheap enough to turn around and put into the collections. And if you sit down and do your math on what you get them for and what the payout will be at the 25,000 at the end, you can figure out what you need to get for them when you buy them. So that is how the auction house works. Bought a card there. I will work into players and selling my own later on. And here you see me moving this stadium card from my deck to my collection. So from here we go into another game action situation here. I am in the Saints uniforms here, leading the Detroit Lions by a score of 21-17, trying to hold on down the stretch here. As you see Stafford going deep on my new corner, Kaysen, and he actually comes up with a great play to knock that away there. So it comes down to 4th and 10, and my defense needs a stop here. So Stafford gets one last chance, and he's going to go to the end zone with it instead of trying to just get the first down. And all I got to do is knock this down right. Wrong. Nate Burleson gets up higher than my defender and makes the touchdown grab. How could it possibly happen? Leaves me with only a handful of seconds left on the clock. A quick pass over the middle and a timeout, and I'm going to get one Hail Mary chance of my own, but from much further distance than the Lions were looking at here. So with only 7 seconds left, Matt Castle back to throw, and he throws deep into a big pile of players, and it almost comes down in my hands after the tip to one of my players, but would not have mattered anyway. Was not going to score on that play. So I lose a heartbreaker once again to a pretty poor team, as my team is still developing. As you see, Kevin Smith, the player of the game, with over 100 yards rushing. So as will always be the problem when you start this mode out, running out of contract on players and trying to weed them down after buying new packs. So at this point, it was really more so a matter of contract availability as much as even the better players here. So did some weeding out with that. Come on back next time for episode 6 as we get a little bit more into the card collections and we further this Ultimate Team as we go. Thanks, guys.